Come on. Let's get into this.
What if I told you that this is actually Jack Jack from the future?
I hope my goat Jack Jack ain't that lame ass nigga Gamma Jack. Bro, nah, bro. Gamma Jack a real nigga, bro. You gotta learn about the. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. There ain't no way though. There ain't no way. Gamma Jack a bitch ass nigga the whole time. So I can't see that for Jack Jack. The same shit happened to HHH and Batista on God.
Gamma Jack is a character from The Incredibles that we see only for a few seconds. He is one of the many superheroes Syndrome killed as a part of Operation Chronos, and at first glance, he just kind of seems like a throwaway filler character. But if you look in The Incredibles DVD extras, you'll find a bunch of files full of information about all of these deceased heroes, including their powers, personality traits, and even audio clips of them talking.
I'm a man of culture.
Gazer Beam is top 5 though. Let me tell y'all that. Real cool ass nigga. I'm a man of culture. I'm a man of love, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's not what he said, but I know he gonna say some cool shit though.
Man of passion, and I would say a man of humor, which is not widely known.
But Gamma Jack's file is a bit different than the other heroes. He is one of the most powerful supers in this franchise, with extremely dangerous radiation powers and a very disturbing personality.
Part of my job is to prioritize which villains I'm going to...
If you need to turn the lights on, you good. You can turn the lights on if you need to. Alright.
to combat. The real kicker is I get these dames, man, these dame villains, and they got the curves and the hair and the big eyes, and boy, those ones, they're really, really hard to kill.
He's the only hero who outright kills people, and when it comes to saving people, he always prioritizes attractive women first.
You know, I take a look.
I ain't gonna lie. To an extent, look, at first, there was a point where I was like, okay, I'm hearing, like, you know, not hearing him. Like, he just a nigga fucked up in the head, you feel me? Some niggas, they just can't control their temptations. And I think the problem is that he's a hero that, like, you know, so you can't be doing that. But a lot of niggas whole time that we know might be doing the same shit on accident too. They wouldn't even realize. It's like a psychological type thing. They be trying to save all the fine shit. Nigga leaving political leaders to die and shit. Just cause they want that fine shit to be like, yeah, that nigga saved me. Shit be fucked up, but it is a little bit of real life.
Around, I see if there's any good-looking women who need to be rescued immediately, and then I sort of start from there. And
yeah, that nigga he did say that. Niggas ain't saving the mutants, I ain't gonna lie.
my way down the list. You know, if you've got Tubby Joe Schmo over there with a laser pointed at his head, and he might have to wait in line a little while.
He's described as tyrannical and megalomaniacal, and even believes people with superpowers are a superior race. Gamma Jack is like a
he lost me now. Alright, because I was kind of fucking with what he was saying a little, not fucking with it, but I was hearing him out. But now, like, you feel me, superior race shit. But shit, nah, because then if I was a regular nigga, I'd be mad as hell. Like, fuck you.
Straight up villain. He's basically the Incredibles version of Homelander.
Yeah, and I wouldn't fuck with Homelander.
People have been making videos about him recently because of how much he sticks out in this franchise.
Why ain't none of mine up here? Man, fuck this shit.
But I think I've discovered something that nobody else has yet. What if Gamma Jack isn't just some background character? What if he's someone who's been hiding in plain sight all of this time? I believe that Gamma Jack is actually Jack Jack from the future. I know that sounds like...
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Every nigga that I've watched today, it sounds like they pulling some shit out their ass, but let's hear him out.
A big stretch. At first glance, these two characters seem nothing alike, both in their powers and personality.
Looks normal to me.
I mean, how could I possibly claim that sweet, adorable Jack Jack is actually a tyrannical super supremacist? Well, just stick with me, because I guarantee that this will be the most compelling, believable Incredibles theory you will ever hear. You are going to be blown away by how well all of this lines up. This is the Gamma Jack Jack theory. So, this all started when I noticed a couple strange similarities between these two characters. Obviously, they are both named Jack, and they are both extremely powerful supers. There's also maybe a passing resemblance, with both of them having a similar mask, and their hair ending in a single sharp point. But I didn't really start to take this seriously until I started comparing Gamma Jack's file to Jack Jack.
Wait, they got... How come I ain't see the Jack Jack file?
Gamma Jack is described as a picky eater, which is probably one of Jack Jack's most defining traits. Literally, Jack Jack's first scene is Helen struggling to get him to eat, and a large part of the Incredibles 2 plot revolves around Jack Jack only wanting to eat cookies and throwing a massive tantrum when he doesn't get them.
Obviously, I can't keep giving him cookies. No biting a dad.
Jack Jack is an extremely picky eater. Gamma Jack is also described as a favorite of the ladies, which I think you can also apply to Jack Jack.
Can't I, little boo-boo boy? Who can handle it? Who can handle it?
Babysitting this one, I do for free.
All of the women who take care of Jack Jack clearly adore him.
Auntie Edna stayed up all night making sure you look fabulous in your mini dress.
He is definitely a favorite of these ladies. Okay, but...
Alright, bro. So far, I'm not going. Seem like you dragging shit. Nigga, obviously, the little ass kid, nigga, like, females like little kids, bro. If you're not an ugly ass little kid, and there's not a lot of them, you feel me? So...
What about tyrannical and megalomaniacal impulses? Well, doesn't that kind of sound like how Jack Jack is constantly and impulsively throwing violent tantrums?
Combustion imminent? What does that mean?
It means fire, Robert.
Even when Jack Jack fights someone, he seems to always go for the kill just like Gamma Jack. I mean, he did kind of indirectly kill Syndrome. Okay, so there are some surprising similarities here, but let's address the elephant in the room. Gamma Jack is an adult who died in the past, and Jack Jack is obviously a baby in the present. For this to work, there would need to be some kind of time travel involved. And while Jack Jack is an extremely powerful super with many different reality warping powers, we never actually see him do anything that resembles time travel. The closest we maybe get is his weird ability to travel between dimensions.
What the? Cookie. Cha-Cha want a cookie?
Wow! He can still hear you
From the other dimension.
That is freaky.
Except, I think there might be more to this dimensional power than we think. In The Incredibles 2, Edna creates a device that can help track and manage Jack Jack's powers, and it can even be used to help find Jack Jack when he moves into the other dimension.
He vanished!
Okay, good. Use the thing. See that? That's the current readout. Click it. See the readout? Dimension 4. So where is he?
There!
But if you look closely,
They got this nigga playing games and shit to find Jack Jack. See, if I'm parents and shit, I'm not going for this, nigga. I'm finna have to whoop his ass somehow. I gotta figure it out. Feel me? They need to. I tell Edna to make him a suit with no powers. See how that nigga like that shit. You feel me? He gonna have. You know, he's a little young though. But still, like, I can't let this nigga just run my life like this. Fuck, I look like. I'm a real man.
you'll see that the device labels Jack Jack's dimension as 4D, as in the fourth dimension, a dimension that is commonly accepted to represent time, meaning when Jack Jack is warping through dimensions, he is actually traveling through. When Jack Jack
Dimension 4. The fourth dimension. Yeah, I guess it's the same shit.
is warping through dimensions, he is actually traveling through time. Okay, so
Okay, now we gotta fact check this. Can you travel time in the fourth? Now that you're able to travel within the fourth dimension, could perceive and access all points in time simultaneously. What The fuck? This nigga is overly overpowered. Alright, shit. I guess I can't argue that fact.
Jack Jack could have traveled back in time and became Gamma Jack. But here's another big issue with this theory. If they're supposed to be the same person, then why are their powers different?
That's what I'm
Maybe you
saying.
could argue Jack Jack has some radiation-based powers, but Gamma Jack definitely doesn't have Jack Jack's many reality-warping god powers.
No!
And yes, that is true, but listen to how Edna talks about Jack Jack's powers.
Like all babies, he has enormous potential. It is not unknown for supers to have more than one power when young, but this little one has many.
It is not unknown for supers to have more than one power when young. She talks about it like all super babies can have multiple powers when they're young, but eventually they all grow up and narrow it down to just one or two. Director Brad Bird has also made similar comments about how Jack Jack's powers are because of the unlimited potential he has as a baby.
Babies are unknown, so they could be nothing, they could be everything. You don't know. Every single one of them is up for grabs of what they're going to become. They could become a leader of the free world.
I ain't gonna lie. He's getting me. He's getting me. He's getting me. I'm starting to believe shit. I try to hold it down, chat, but it's looking like this nigga might have a point or something.
Or a bagman, or maybe both. I don't know.
Maybe Jack Jack having so many powers is kind of unusual, but there is a precedent that he could lose most of his powers. In fact, this explains why Jack Jack would be living in the past under a new identity. Maybe Jack Jack traveled back in time and then lost his ability to time travel, making him stuck in the past forever. This also lines up with a deleted flashback scene from the first Incredibles, where we can see Gamma Jack was close friends with Mr. Incredible and Frozone.
Although he tried to hide his powers, a few of us had heard about them and approached him. Had to talk him into becoming a superhero. We had a club. The first club that wanted him to join.
It makes sense. If Jack Jack is trapped in the past, he'd probably want to be...
That's true. Violet got 2 powers, but I think Jack Jack gonna have more than 2 still, though. That's my thing. She said for it to narrow down, but I don't know, though. He probably will just have 2 powers. That shit crazy.
close to his dad and Uncle Lucius, even if he can't tell them who he really is. Okay, but does Jack Jack actually have Gamma Jack's powers? I mean, maybe his fire or laser powers are kind of similar, but is that really the same thing as having radiation powers? Well, let's take a look at what Gamma Jack's powers actually are. The file's description is pretty vague, but based on his name and logo, I'm gonna assume his powers involve specifically gamma radiation, which is a form of high-energy electromagnetic radiation. And guess what? We are told by Edna that one of Jack Jack's powers is specifically electromagnetism.
Electromagnetism.
Gamma Jack's powers are based on electromagnetic radiation. Jack Jack has electromagnetism powers. They could have given Gamma Jack any form of radiation powers, but they specifically chose the type of radiation that Jack Jack can control because they are the same person.
Shit. This is a type of moment. I don't want to say this nigga is spitting, but he might fucking be, bro. Nah, he do need to get a life, though. Because why are you digging this deep? But, nah, I feel you, though. Nah, I can't be mad at it, bro. This is... Incredibles got so much lore that it just end up like this. Said this nigga need to take a shower. He might need to, twin.
Also, if you consider the LEGO tie-in video games to be canon, we do see that Gamma Jack has the power of flight and specifically green lasers, which is also the exact same as Jack Jack's. Do I even need to keep going at this point? Gamma Jack is Jack Jack. This has to be intentional. Okay, so these characters line up really, really well, to the point where I don't think that this is a coincidence anymore.
Coincidence? I think not!
But there is still one final issue with this theory. Why would Jack Jack, a sweet, adorable baby with 2 loving parents with good values, grow up to believe that supers are a superior race? Like, that kind of feels like the last thing Jack Jack would ever believe. I mean, Helen even goes out of her way to tell her kids that having powers doesn't make you inherently better.
But Dad always said our powers were nothing to be ashamed of. Our powers made us special.
I was finna say, I think he got it off Bob, though. I think he got it off Bob. My nigga Bob was on that, you know what I'm saying, we got powers, nigga. Like, and I feel him, though. I would have felt special, too, nigga. I damn near would have been on that, like, I would have deep down thought, you know what I'm saying, deep down would have thought, like, I'm above a lot of niggas. Because, like, especially if I was really powerful, oh, niggas would hate me. Real shit, though.
Everyone's special, Dash.
Maybe Bob is a little more enthusiastic about superpowers, but he would definitely never call them a superior race. I mean, that is just unambiguously next level discrimination. Where the hell would Jack Jack possibly
Bob definitely is a supremacist.
get this insane idea from?
Edna.
I used.
Oh my god, I knew it. Oh my god, I knew it. I knew it was gonna be Edna. That's a great pull. That's a great pull. Edna do be on that shit.
To design for gods. You are a tiny god. They are lucky to be in your presence.
This nigga's cooking. Let him cook.
Edna Mode believes that supers are gods, that they are above normal humans. She says it all the time, and she even seems disgusted by non-supers.
Super models. Nothing super about them. Spoiled, stupid little stick figures with poofy lips who think only about themselves. I used to design for gods.
Oh my god. This nigga is Gamma Jack, bro. It is confirmed.
Okay, sure, but she only babysat Jack Jack one time. How much could she possibly have rubbed off on him?
Yes, you are a tiny god. The room is yours. They are lucky to be in your presence.
Literally.
Oh shit, bro. This shit got me dead as hell, bro. This is Gamma Jack, bro.
After one day with Edna, Jack Jack starts acting exactly like her. Exactly like Gamma Jack.
These people are lucky to share the city with supers.
They are lucky to be in your presence.
Oh my god, this nigga's cooking. He's pulling all sources. He is cooking.
And then she offers to babysit him anytime after this for free.
But babysitting this one, I do for free.
Holy shit, she is absolutely gonna mess this baby up. Well, there you go. I think this is a very strong case for Jack Jack eventually becoming Gamma Jack. Unfortunately, this does mean that Jack Jack will eventually be killed by one of Syndrome's robots. Maybe you could argue that's a good thing considering who he turns into. Or maybe he somehow faked his death. I don't know. It could be possible. I do think that there's some turns into. Or maybe he somehow faked his death. I don't know. It could be possible.
Okay,
Possible.
My only, that would be a crazy plot line for Incredibles 3. But my only take that's a little confusing about this is that, so is Jack Jack going like, is Jack Jack going to go back in time and then come back or something? Like, how the fuck, or like, is he going just to disappear? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, bro. Yeah, ban that nigga. Fuck that. But like, I'm genuinely confused a little bit.
I do think that there's something kind of interesting about Syndrome killing Jack Jack, but then later
he got stuck back in time, they said. No, yeah, that don't make sense. Cause how did this nigga handle him like this? But then, no, cause like nigga, bro, how does that make sense at all, Andy? Because then if that was the case, then Syndrome, he wouldn't have been doing this to Syndrome. Because then Syndrome wouldn't have, like, he already handled it. So he went back in time and lost to the nigga that he beat already. That don't make no sense.
Baby Jack Jack indirectly kills Syndrome, so it's kind of like this poetic time loop. The Incredibles 3 is coming out in 2028, so I guess we'll have to wait and see if it supports or debunks my theory. You know, even if this was intentional at one point, I
get it, bro. Like he went back in time after this and got stuck or something, right? But I'm just like, this nigga, he ain't shit, bro. How you gonna kill this nigga in your past and then die in your future?
Kind of doubt that they'll ever bring back this pretty obscure Gamma Jack character, but, you know, we'll see. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider checking out my...
Let's see what they gotta say. Oh, shit. Bro, alright, they got my head fucked up. Alright, chat, I'm gonna just say this before we end this video. Okay. Let me say this. I don't believe. No, I ain't gonna lie. This nigga did convince me. I'm gonna be honest. Jack Jack might just be Gamma Jack. And if that's the case, he a fuck nigga. And Edna really turned him into that shit. Shit be crazy. A lot of the shit that happened in the past really do affect your future. You feel me? Y'all gotta keep your eyes open and your ears open. Listening. Real shit. Edna was my GOAT, bro. Like, I can't even say that no more. Like, she just fucked up my nigga Jack Jack.
Love hard and make bad decisions. It's first Sunday, I'm still begging for Jesus. Can he save me from the fire and the Jezebel spirits? Got bad bitches walking through my thoughts like a demon. Will she take my semen, bear my seed? Can she